Have you ever worried about where your exports end up? When an export falls into the wrong hands, the consequences can range from hefty financial penalties to serious national security concerns. That's why smart exporters take extra steps, like using an end-use or end-user certificate, or EUC, to protect themselves and stay compliant. I'll explain what an EUC is, when you need one, and when you might want to use one even if it's not required. But first, make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss our videos on export documentation and compliance. An end-use or end-user certificate is a document that helps verify who will ultimately use your exported items and how they'll be used. It's a form of due diligence that can help exporters avoid unauthorized transactions. EUCs are signed statements from buyers confirming the intended end use and end user of a product. They also often include legal restrictions, such as a commitment not to transfer the goods to a prohibited party, end use, or country. In some cases, an EUC can even be legally binding. But here's something important to remember. Just having an EUC isn't a free pass for compliance. If a transaction is prohibited, an EUC won't make it legal. Instead, it's just one tool in your compliance toolbox. Sometimes using an EUC isn't just best practice, it's the law. If your item is subject to the Export Administration regulations, you may need to use a BIS-711 form or an equivalent. If your item falls under the International Traffic in Arms regulations, you may need a DSP-83. Here are a few situations where an EUC is required. Exports of significant military equipment and classified articles, exports of 600 series major defense equipment, certain high-performance computers sent to China, exports to parties on the unverified list when a license isn't otherwise required. Even when an EUC isn't legally mandated, it can be a valuable risk management tool. Some cases where using one makes sense include if the product has military or weapons proliferation potential, if it supports advanced computing in China, if the buyer is in a sanctioned country like Venezuela where partial restrictions apply, if there are concerns about diversion to embargo countries like Cuba or North Korea, if there are red flags, such as a high-tech item being purchased using a personal email address. The decision to require an EUC should be based on the risk level of the transaction. Evaluate each situation carefully and use EUCs where they make the most sense. But remember, export compliance doesn't stop with just one document. To ensure you're using all the right documents for your shipments, download the Beginner's Guide to Export Forms. This free guide walks you through all the essential paperwork for a smooth export transaction and includes links to templates for dozens of export forms, like the BIS-711, which you can also find below. If you found this video helpful, please like it, share it with your colleagues, and subscribe to our channel for more practical advice on export compliance and international trade. Or keep watching the videos linked here to learn more. See you in the next video.